Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. And one last thing, don't forget to be awesome. Yeah, man. Sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, today on the Ryan Awesome Show, we'll be talking about AEW Dynamite for April the 20th, 2022. Yeah, man, this right here, man, this is a great show, man. A really great show. It felt like a pay-per-view. To me, it felt like a pay-per-view. I enjoyed the Blackpool Combat Club with that trios match. I enjoyed that. I thought it was a really great and hard-hitting match. And also, man, enjoyed that main event with the Coffin Match with Darby and Andrade El Idolo. I thought it was a really fun match. And also, man, we had some Owen Hart qualifying matches too. And also, man, we had a huge announcement, and it was promoted all week. It was promoted last week that Tony Khan had a huge announcement tonight on AEW Dynamite, and we finally gotten it. And the rumors were true. The rumors were true. So yeah, so the announcement was going to be a joint show between AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling in Chicago on June the 26th, called The Forbidden Door. And so yeah, so that is a really big deal, man. New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW talent in the same building. Yes, bro, yes. But yeah, man, that was pretty much it with Dynamite, bro. Pretty much it. It was overall it was a really fun show and I really enjoyed it. So this is the AEW Dynamite review for April the 20th, 2022 on the Ryan Awesome Show. And I say this all the time in the intro: like, comment, and subscribe to the channel because I'm here each and every single week. So yeah, so tonight we were live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And so our first match of the night, we had CM Punk versus Dustin Rhodes. So yeah, this is a really great back and forth match. And the crowd was split. Half of the crowd was cheering for Punk and the other half was cheering for Dustin Rhodes. And so at one point, Punk, he had dodged a running cross body. And so Dustin, he had fell out of the ring. And he landed outside on the floor and he started grabbing at his knee. And so Punk went right after the knee the entire match. And then Dustin went right after Punk's arm. And so the crowd started chanting, "This is awesome," and all that. And so yeah, Dustin, he hit the crossroads to Punk, followed up by a pile driver. And Punk had kicked out. And so I was like, wow. And so yeah, and then Punk tried to go for the GTS, but his back had gave out or his leg had gave out on him. And so to end the match, man, CM Punk, he had caught Dustin Rhodes in a deep cover. So it was a counter to a counter. What the commentary team said, it was a counter to a counter. And so yeah, so CM Punk wins the match. And so right after the match, CM Punk and Dustin Rhodes, they embraced. They shook hands and they hugged. And so right after that, man, CM Punk, he was walking away. And so Hangman Adam Page's theme song was playing. His theme music played. And so Hangman Adam Page, the AEW World Champion, came out. And Punk and Page, they were face to face. And yeah, and so Punk had walked off. And so yeah, weeks ago, Punk said that he wants the AEW World Championship, and now we could be getting it really soon. Punk is continuing to get some wins as he should, because if you want to go after the AEW World Championship, you gotta win. You gotta win your matches, and Punk, he's been winning his matches. That was pretty much it with that. And so right after that, we had Wardlow. He showed up backstage, and he was interrupted by Mark Sterling and the security people. So Wardlow came in.
excuse me. Hey, Wardy, what's up? Thanks for showing up on time. Listen, going forward, when you arrive to the building, AEW security is going to be bringing you right to your closet. I'm sorry, I mean locker room. Then right from the locker room to the ring, then the ring, right outside the building. So if you want to bring your bag to the ring, that's totally up to you. Okay, buddy?
You got it, Mark.
Whoa. Hold on a second, I almost forgot. This is very important. We're also going to need you to wear these.
There you got him, some handcuffs.
Sir, you can do that. Thank you. We really appreciate it.
It's the handcuffs that he got. They put him in handcuffs.
All right. Oh, almost forgot. Got a message from MJF. He says, eat pig. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, oink oink, bitch.
Oh, man.
Somebody grab my bag.
And so, yeah, so that was it with that. So right after that, we had the trios match. We had a trios match, and it was the Blackpool Combat Club. So that's Bryan Danielson and Wheeler Yuta, and Jon Moxley with William Regal. William Regal is on commentary versus Lee Moriarty, Dante Martin, and Brock Anderson with Arn Anderson in their corner. I liked Yuta's ring gear, his new ring gear with the blood stains, the white tights and the blood stains. And Wheeler Yuta, he finally got some wrestling boots. So yeah, I really love his ring gear, man. And so yeah, so the BCC, the Blackpool Combat Club, they went right after these guys. And so Lee, Brock, and Dante, they tried fighting back, but the Blackpool Combat Club is too strong. And so yeah, so Lee, he got a hot tag. He took out the Blackpool Combat Club. And then Dante, at one point we had Dante, he went for like a springboard move. I think it was like the nosedive, but he lost his balance. He almost lost his balance, but he maintained his balance really nicely. He really maintained his balance really nicely. And so Jon Moxley had caught him in midair and locked in the rear naked choke. And so, yeah, the Blackpool Combat Club, they stumped on all three of these guys. And so to end the match, Jon Moxley hit the paradigm shift to Dante to win the match. So therefore, the Blackpool Combat Club wins the match. And that was pretty much it with that. And just like what I said earlier, man, I'm really enjoying the Blackpool Combat Club, and I really enjoyed this match. And so, yeah, man, so right after that, we had the Undisputed Elite. They were backstage. So that's Adam Cole, Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish, and Matt and Nick Jackson.
Brandon, we live?
We're live, pal.
Thanks, man.
Thanks. WTF? No shut up, Brandon?
Yes, shut up, Landon. Yes, shut up, Landon. Guys, what's up? Nick, where's the rompers? Matt, where's the $5,000 shoes? Where's the feisty young bucks of old? Guys, I get it. We don't see eye to eye. You lost to the FTRs. Well, we lost to the Jungle Cruisers.
The Jungle Cruisers?
Twice.
Wait a second, we lost?
Guys, we got to turn it around, all right? Let's maybe live up to the name. The Undisputed Elite, guys. That's us. So tonight, I qualify for the Owen Hart Cup, and I do so by whooping Jungle Boy's ass.
And damn it, Kyle, you're right. You are. Because I get it, right? We lost. I lost, you guys lost, you lost. But God, as a team, we can't be stopped. We can't be stopped. I mean, think about this, Bucks. All your friends, they're gone. They're gone. But
Yep.
guess who's still here? I'm still here. Kyle's still here. Bobby's still here. Because I know as a functioning unit, we can't be stopped. And I got a little idea. I think next week, we do an Undisputed Elite Open Challenge 10-man tag to remind ourselves and remind that entire locker room how dangerous we can be. Because there's a reason I named this group the Undisputed Elite. You two put the elite in Undisputed Elite. We can't do it without you. We need you. So listen, I gotta take care of something else real quick, but please think about it. Please.
You guys want to say it?
Guys,
Cut it, Brandon. Cut his name.
And that was it, man. That was it with that, man. So we have a 10-man challenge, a 10-man tag team match next week. Open challenge. And so we found out who it was. And so, yeah, so that was it with that. And so right after that, we had a vignette from Samoa Joe, who is the Ring of Honor television champion, and Jay Lethal.
You went out and you found yourself a titan, a colossal, massive man. I'm surprised you came out at all after seeing the destruction that was going on. Double choke
God
to the
dang.
boys from Satnam Singh. He played basketball with Jonathan.
That was that Battle of the Belts.
And you came out with a lead pipe. And I know right now you feel safe and you feel comfortable. You feel as with Sanjay Dutt at your side and your giant at your back, you can't be touched.
The last 22 years, I have been the greatest professional wrestler that the country of India has ever produced. This man is going to carry on the legacy of an entire country.
It ain't gonna do nothing to this man. You know why? Because Satnam Singh is 1 in a billion. Jay, you not know your teacher. You not understand the kind of man I am. Because just like everything in this world, there are things that are inevitable. Me coming for you, it's inevitable.
Joe, ready ho ya. Tera time aa raha.
And that was it, man. That was it with that. So right after that, we had Tony Khan's huge announcement.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have a huge announcement here for you tonight, Pittsburgh. Thank you very much.
Woo!
Ladies and gentlemen, the president of New Japan Pro Wrestling, Omori-san.
And so yeah, so they got interrupted by Adam Cole.
Whoa, 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 whoa. There's only one person who should make an announcement of this magnitude, and that person is Adam Cole, baby.
Baby.
Yeah, because I'm one of the biggest stars to ever wrestle in Japan, and an announcement like this wouldn't even be possible if it wasn't for a guy like me. So let's get to it. On June 26th, the United Center in Chicago, Illinois, AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling present Forbidden Door. Two of pro wrestling's biggest powerhouses coming together to give you an event like you've never seen before. And this Friday on Rampage, everyone's going to get a little preview of what's to come. Because in an Owen Hart qualifying match, it's going to be Adam Cole going one-on-one with Ishii.
Ooh.
Now, at Double or Nothing, the finals are going to take place, and I can promise you, I can guarantee you, a member of the Undisputed Elite is going to take the whole damn thing. And speaking of special moments, I have a very special friend who wants to come out there right now and say hello.
Uh-oh. And it was Jay White.
Thank you for the introduction, Adam. Very kind. You see, it's very fitting that I would be here for an announcement like this, seeing as the last time New Japan Pro Wrestling held such a large joint event, I single-handedly sold out Madison Square Garden.
Yes, sir. Yep.
So, let me make this very clear. It's not about New Japan Pro Wrestling. It's not about AEW.
Uh-oh. Got some Bullet Club chants. And Too Sweet chants.
No. This is about the Undisputed Elite.
Uh-oh.
And Bullet Club.
Bullet Club. Yes.
Because it's still our era.
Yup.
Wow.
And that was it, man. That was it with that. Yes, bro. This is a big deal, man. A lot of people don't understand, man. This is a big deal, bro. It's going to be in Chicago. You have New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW in the same building, bro. And you're going to have some people that's going to hate on it, man. Like people that's against AEW and what they stand for and all that stuff. You'll have people that hate against it. But yeah, this is a really big deal, bro. Really big deal. And I cannot wait to hear like what the matches that's on the show. I can't wait for that, man. Cannot wait for it. Dude, I would love to see Bryan compete on that show. Bryan and, Punk, Adam Cole. This is great stuff, man. Great stuff, man. Cannot wait for it. So right after that, we had Jade Cargill, who is the TBS champion, with Smart Mark Sterling in her corner, Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan. So Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan, they're members of the baddie section.
This Friday? You already know. You know we need the hottest baddie and the chef in the section, correct? Right. Obviously.
That's right, we're talking about Friday. Jade Cargill versus Marina Shafir for the TBS Championship.
Shut up, Mark. I'm not worried about that. Anyway, this girl calls herself the problem.
But
right?
you're the problem solver.
Right. I am the problem solver. See you Friday, bitch.
Yeah, I really don't get the baddie section though. I really don't get it. I really don't get it. Red Velvet and Kiera Hogan. Didn't Red Velvet had a feud with Jade Cargill? Like, dude, I don't get it. Like nobody explained the reason on why the baddie section is together. Kiera Hogan fought Jade Cargill at one point. They never explained why they joined the baddie section. Like, why are they aligning themselves with Jade Cargill? That's the one thing that we didn't get. And so yeah, so right after that we had a match, and it was the Butcher versus Wardlow. And so first off, man, we had MJF and Shawn Spears. They showed up in the crowd, and so they spoke about Wardlow, and they had their popcorn in their hand and everything.
He's retired,
I
dumbass.
see that you cheer that pig Wardlow. Now let me make something perfectly clear. Wardlow is a nobody, just like all of you. And since he is a nobody,
They dump all their popcorn on everybody else.
since he's a nobody, he'll be coming out to no music. Send the pig out here.
So Wardlow.
Under the terms of MJF's contract with Wardlow.
So Wardlow came out to no theme music.
To no music, no pomp and circumstance. Will come out with a security detail.
So yeah, so Wardlow came out to no theme music. And you know, he was handcuffed. And yeah, he was handcuffed. So the crowd was pretty much his theme music because they were cheering on Wardlow, chanting his name and all that stuff. When Wardlow came out handcuffed, it gave me a lot of Kane vibes. It gave me Kane vibes when Kane was unmasked and he had that towel over his head and he had like chains over his arms and legs and all that stuff. And you had the security team escorting him to the ring. It gave me Kane vibes. But yeah, so we had a powerbomb to Wardlow, and then Wardlow had kicked out at 1. And so Wardlow had hit his powerbombs, a powerbomb of his own, the powerbomb symphony, to the Butcher 4 times to win the match. So therefore, Wardlow wins the match. And so right after the match, Wardlow, he was handcuffed. You know, he was handcuffed by the security people, and he was brought back out. You know, he was brought to the back. And so that was pretty much it with that, man. And so, yeah, so right after that, we had Eddie Kingston. He was backstage, and he spoke about Daniel Garcia.
On Rampage, me and you, Garcia, and your JAS, all your friends and your King Jericho.
King
not
Jericho.
allowed in the building. Santana Ortiz, not allowed in the building. So it's just me and you, partner. Jericho, watch what I do to Garcia. Because everything I do to Garcia, I'm going to do to you. Everything I do to Garcia is meant for you. I'm going to have fun with you, boy. I'm going to whip you real good. When it's all said and done, all your friends and family in Buffalo ain't going to recognize you. You reap what you sow. But people like me, I don't sow, my man. I just reap.
And so, yeah, man, so that was it with that, man. So Daniel Garcia versus Eddie Kingston on Rampage. And everybody's banned from ringside. So members of the Jericho Appreciation Society, they banned from ringside. And Santana and Ortiz, they're banned from ringside as well. So right after that, we had the Owen Hart Foundation tournament qualifier match. And it was Kyle O'Reilly versus Jungle Boy, who is one half of the AEW World Tag Team Champions. So yeah, man, this is a very technical match. So yeah, they were going back and forth with submission holds. And then at one point, Jungle Boy, he had locked in his snare trap submission move to O'Reilly, but O'Reilly grabbed the rope. And then O'Reilly hit a superplex to Jungle Boy, followed up by a brain buster. And to end the match, we had Kyle O'Reilly. He hit the diving knee to Jungle Boy to win the match. So therefore, Kyle O'Reilly wins the match and is in the Owen Hart tournament. And so yeah, I was actually shocked. I was actually shocked by this outcome. I thought Jungle Boy was going to actually win this match, but they went with Kyle O'Reilly. And so yeah, so right after the match, Christian Cage, he comforts Jungle Boy. And so that was pretty much it with that. Right after that, we had Alex Marvez, who was backstage. He interviews MJF with Shawn Spears.
Clearly, the Butcher couldn't get the job.
Oh.
No, easy, big guy. Yeah, Butcher didn't get the job done, but there's a lot more money where that came from. You stupid old man, stupid. I'm a snake.
When I said those words, men, women, and children around the world grew sick
to their stomach. How could a man so proudly say he's a snake? Well, much like a snake, when I do so decide that you are my prey, it doesn't matter how big and how bad you are, Wardlow, because all it takes is one bite.
Pays off another person. Got
Ain't
the.
that right, Mr. Roberts?
Uh-oh.
Don't look surprised.
Jake the Snake Roberts.
This is what the world's about.
So Jake the Snake Roberts, which means one person, Lance Archer.
See, some people might need diamond rings and championship belts. Well, that's for the little boys that want to shine up and chase women. I chased this. And when the time is right, I will get it done. And the time is right. It's real right, because I can smell it from a mile away. But you gotta know this, Wardlow. It's gonna be like when you were a little kid and you were told, be a good boy, tell grandma a lie, till you fell off the swing. Because you didn't want to say, Daddy slapped me again. Yeah, hell is for children. Remember that, right? I don't need no damn...
Whoa.
I just wanna fight Wardlow, and if anyone, and I mean anyone, gets in my way, everybody dies!
Whoa. Oh.
Back to the ring.
And so yeah, so that was it with that. So it's gonna be Lance Archer versus Wardlow. So this is the first time ever. So yeah, this is gonna be a explosive match. This match will be. And so yeah, so that was it with that, man. And so right after that we had Hook. So we had Hook versus Anthony Henry. So this is Hook's AEW Dynamite in-ring debut. And so yeah, man. So Hook, he had a series of suplexes to Henry, and then Danhausen had showed up to try to distract Hook. But Hook was not distracted. And so Hook, he had locked in a submission move, the Redrum, to Henry to win the match. So therefore Henry taps out. So therefore Hook wins the match. And so yeah, so right after the match, Danhausen, he had grabbed the microphone, he had spoke, and he had challenged Hook to a fight. And so Hook, he just walked away. And so that was pretty much it with that. Right after that, we had Tony Schiavone was backstage. He interviews Frankie Kazarian.
All right, guys, with Frankie Kazarian, 10-1, one of the best records in AEW, here to make a challenge.
That's right, Tony. Sammy Guevara.
Uh-oh. Scorpio Sky, former tag team partners.
I apologize for interrupting, but this is important. Since Battle of the Belts, I've
And tag team champions, former tag team champions too.
had a lot of time to reflect. 402 days undefeated. TNT champion, tag team champion, face of the revolution. I've had a hell of a run, but none of it would be possible if it wasn't for you. 5 years ago, I called you, and I asked for a favor. I was struggling, and I needed a shot, and you were there. We formed SCU, and the rest is history. Now, I need one more favor. I know you want to be TNT champion, but I need you to wait just a little bit longer. I'm going to that ring, I'm going to challenge Sammy, get my rematch, and get the TNT championship back, and I promise you will get the first shot.
Scorp.
Look, man, I've always had your back, and I always will.
So right after that, we had a vignette of Thunder Rosa, the AEW Women's World Champion, still the AEW Women's World Champion, and she spoke about Nyla Rose.
Last Saturday, at Battle of the Belts, well, Thunder Rosa beheaded the beast, Nyla Rose. You thought I was gonna be a stepping stone for you to retrieve the AEW Women's Championship? Damn, girl, you were absolutely wrong. I am nobody's stepping stone. I have shown over and over again that I am one of the best in the world. And to continue to show that, I have to face the most experienced,
Got the legs, hook that scars to win!
and the best competitors that they are. One defense down. And now, it's time to go double or nothing.
And so yeah, when I first watched this, I knew it was a catch to something. I knew this had a catch. And so yeah, so we had another rematch between Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose at Double or Nothing. And I was like, another rematch, dude. Like, she already beat Nyla Rose at Battle of the Belts, so why are we getting another match? But yeah, that was it, man. You guys know how I feel about the feud between Thunder Rosa and Nyla Rose. I'm not a fan of it. But yeah, that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had Sammy Guevara, the new TNT champion, and Ty Conti. They were in the ring and they spoke. The crowd did not take nicely to Sammy Guevara, man. They did not take kindly to Sammy Guevara.
I love this. I feel on top of the world, right where I should be, as TNT champion for a third time. And with you, the love of my life. I love you. And I love you. I love each and every one of you that cheer for us, that show the support. I will give you my everything forever because you deserve it. Now, as far as the rest of you, and I hear you, the rest of you that turn your backs on us the first chance you got, why? Because my girlfriend's hotter than yours?
Wow.
You got one option. And that option is to be mad.
So yeah, that's their new thing. Be mad. And so yeah, so Scorpio Sky, Ethan Page, and Dan Lambert, they came out, they interrupted. And this was some great stuff too, man. They got cheered, man. The minute of the year and Dan Lambert, they got cheered. Sammy got booed.
I guess it's just screw us, screw the fans, screw all the people that supported you and got you where you are right now by watching your stupid vlogs. Well, guess what? The feeling in this room right now, it's not screw us. It's screw you, Sammy.
Oh, screw me?
Oh, shut the hell up, Sammy! There's not a single ass in a seat tonight that came here to hear Sammy Guevara talking to a microphone. And the only reason the men of the year aren't in the ring right now, ripping your head off your body and putting 12 stitches in your ugly ass face, is because Dan Lambert decided tonight is about business. So shut your mouth, open your ears, and listen to Dynamite Dan.
Dynamite Dan. Love it.
My grandfather said youth is wasted on the young. Because you've got these big dreams and the energy to go anywhere you like, you just lack the experience to make wise choices along the way. And you are the perfect example of that, Sammy, because you risked everything in that ring to earn the respect of these people, and now you're there all up in your feelings because you chose to throw that away, acting like some high school douchebag who can't keep his tongue out of his girlfriend's mouth.
And they kissed again.
Well, you get to make one more choice tonight, young man. You either give Sky his rematch, or I send these two men to the ring right now and give you the type of pounding your girlfriend dreams about.
Oh man, that was the lot of the night, bro. Oh man.
Hey, Dan. Dan, I don't give a shit about you or your dead grandpa.
Oh no.
All I give a shit about is a match, so we want the same thing. Sky, I'll give you a rematch next week if you give us the mixed tag match. What do you
Mixed
say?
tag.
Done! Next week, ladder match, bitch! You and me!
A ladder match.
Man, that escalated quickly.
Oh man. Bruh. Go ahead and turn this dude into a heel. I think they did it tonight. Man. But yeah, with the Battle of the Belts, I didn't get a chance to review Battle of the Belts, but yeah, when I was watching Battle of the Belts, I did not agree with that outcome with Sammy Guevara winning the championship. They should have kept that title on Scorpio Sky. Because, you know, Scorpio, he just won the title. Only for him to put it back on Sammy Guevara. Like, first off, it was Miro. Miro was the champion. Sammy beat Miro. And then Cody beat Sammy for the title. And then Cody had went away. And then Sammy, he became the interim TNT champion. And then Cody came back. And then Cody and Sammy had a match. And then Sammy won the title from Cody to unify the TNT championships. And then, you know, Scorpio Sky, he beat Sammy for the title. And then Sammy won the title back from Scorpio. So, yeah. So the title came back to Sammy when he lost it like two different times. But yeah, man. Yeah, it didn't make any sense, dude. It didn't make any sense. When you hot potato a championship around a lot, it devalues a championship. And that's what they've been doing with the TNT championship. They've been hot potatoing it. But yeah, bro. Yeah, they do go ahead and turn Sammy into a heel. He was embracing it. He was embracing the heel. He was embracing the heelness. You know, saying that, you know, my girlfriend is hotter than your girlfriend and all that stuff. He was embracing the booze. Yeah, he is a heel, bro. He is a heel. Go ahead and turn him into a heel, man. But yeah, that was it with that, man. And so right after that, we had the House of Black. So that's Malachi Black, Brody King, and Buddy Matthews. They had a vignette. Brody King
the
and
last time we addressed you, we said we would turn your eyes black. And yet, you kept us waiting. Because you refused to draw blood.
So the house had to change the narrative. Because the house felt it needed to do so. See, no fire will be resurrected. Only your ashes will be washed away with the rain of your shame.
The house is owed a debt. Icarus flew too close to the sun. So next week, the sun dies.
uh-oh. So the sun dies. So right after that, we had another Owen Hart Foundation qualifier match, and it was from the women. And so it was Danielle Camella, so that's the former Vanessa Bourne from NXT, versus Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who is the hometown girl of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, with the Steelers football players, 2 Steelers football players in her corner. I forgot their names, but they were in Dr. Britt's corner. And so, yeah, the crowd, they were electrified, man. They were electrified for Britt, you know, because it's our hometown and all that. And they booed Camella. Camella, at one point, she had choked Britt with the Steelers towel. And so Britt, she started to fight back. She had a swinging neck breaker to Camella and a curb stomp to Camella. And so to end the match, we had Dr. Britt. She had locked in a lockjaw to Camella with the Steelers glove to win the match. So Camella taps out. So therefore, Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, wins the match and is in the Owen Hart tournament. And so right after the match, Dr. Britt Baker, she spoke.
Finally, you have a woman in the ring with the mic who knows how to use it. The last few weeks have been very clear, and that is this AEW women's division is a disaster without me.
Yep.
Let's see what you're left with no DMD. There's Ruby Soho, the runaway, who literally needs to run away instead of coming out here every week looking like the red-headed little rascal. We have Toni Storm, who unfortunately has my girl Jamie Hayter in the first round of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. And guess what, Toni? If you thought cake in the face was bad, just wait until Jamie mops your face with this ring. Because let me tell you, you're going to want to leave this company too.
Oh, wow.
And last but not least, I'm not sure if you know this, but Jade Cargill called Pittsburgh ugly. The only people here tonight wanting to see Jade Cargill in this ring are the ones she gave free tickets to. The baddies, right? The latest addition to the baddies, Red Velvet. You guys remember her, right?
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse, Red. Me whooping your ass all over this very ring last year or being a baddie. But it doesn't matter. Baddies, you can sit the hell down because I'm the baddest bitch on the block.
Ooh. Yep.
And your future Owen Hart Foundation tournament winner. Yours truly, Dr. Britt Baker.
DMD. And so, yeah, so Dr. Britt Baker stating her claim in the Owen Hart Cup. Right after that, we had a vignette from Serena Deeb and Hikaru Shida.
7 months ago, this all started in Philadelphia. I told you then, Shida, you are not on my level.
Serena Deeb, how long are we doing this?
Let's finish this. Next week on Dynamite, I end this. I end you.
Oh my God.
Philly, this will end exactly where it started. Next week, I challenge you, Sheeta, to a Philly street fight. Chair, table, kendo stick. I accept your challenge.
So a Philly street fight next week on AEW Dynamite. Before we get into the main event, let's talk about Rampage and let's talk about next week's show. So yeah, so first off, we had the announcement of the AEW and New Japan Pro Wrestling joint show. So the Forbidden Door is going to be on Sunday, June the 26th in Chicago, Illinois on the pay-per-view. AEW Rampage, we have Daniel Garcia representing the Jericho Appreciation Society. Daniel Garcia versus Eddie Kingston, and everybody is banned from ringside. And also on AEW Rampage, we have the Owen Hart Foundation qualifier match for the men. It is going to be Adam Cole, baby, versus Tomohiro Ishii on Rampage. And also on Rampage, we have Tony Schiavone interviews Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland on AEW Rampage. And also on AEW Rampage, we have Lance Archer, the Murder Hawk. Lance Archer versus Serpentico. Serpentico is about to die. And also we have Tony Schiavone. He interviews the women tournament qualifiers. So that's Jamie Hayter, Tony Storm, and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, who are a part of the Women's Owen Hart Cup. And on AEW Rampage, we have the TBS Championship match. And it's going to be Jade Cargill, who is the TBS champion, with Smart Mark Sterling in her corner versus Marina Shafir, the problem, Marina Shafir. And on AEW Dynamite, next week we had the Philly Street Fight, and it's going to be Serena Deeb versus Hikaru Shida. And then on AEW Dynamite, we have Lance Archer versus Wardlow. And then also on AEW Dynamite, this match shocked me the most. We had the men's qualifier match, and it's going to be Dax Harwood, who is one half of the Ring of Honor World Tag Team Champions, and one half of the AAA Tag Team Champions, versus Cash Wheeler, who is also one half of the Ring of Honor Tag Team Champions and the AAA Tag Team Champions. So yeah, so tag team partner versus tag team partner. So this match shocked me the most, man. I did not expect it. And also on AEW Dynamite next week, we have a TNT Championship ladder match. And it's going to be Sammy Guevara, who is the TNT champion, versus Scorpio Sky in a ladder match on Dynamite. And also we have a 10-man tag team match. It's going to be the Undisputed Elite. So that's Adam Cole, the Young Bucks, Matt and Nick Jackson, and Red Dragon, Colorado and Bobby Fish, versus Dante Martin, the Varsity Blondes, so that's Griff Garrison and Brian Pillman Jr., Lee Johnson and Brock Anderson, with Arn Anderson and Julia Hart in their corner. So that's next week. And yep, and that's it, man. That's it for next week, and that's it for Rampage this coming Friday. And so right after that, we had the main event, and it was the Coffin match. Andrade El Idolo with Jose the Assistant in his corner versus Darby Allin. And so yeah, so this is a no disqualification match. The only way to win the match is to put your opponent in the coffin and close the lid. And so yeah, so the Blade, he tried to take the skateboard from Darby Allin. And so Darby Allin, he had fought back. And then we had members of the AFO, they came out and they attacked Darby Allin. And once again, it's a no DQ match. And so Sting, he had showed up in the crowd. Sting was disguised as a fan in the crowd. And so he had fought off the Blade and Mark Quinn. And so at that point, everybody, they were fighting in the crowd. And then Sting, he had dove onto everybody off of some stands in the crowd. And then Andrade, he tried putting Darby Allin in a coffin with thumbtacks on it. So we had thumbtacks in the inside of the lid. And Darby, he had fought out of it. And so Andrade, he had threw Darby on the stage grid. So that had to hurt. And then Darby hit a tope suicida to Andrade. And they both landed in the coffin. So that was an explosive tope suicida. And so Darby, he tried closing the casket, but Jose the Assistant stopped Darby from closing it. And so Darby, he had threw Jose the Assistant on top of the lid with the thumbtacks on it. Jose the Assistant, he landed right on the thumbtacks. And so to end the match, Darby Allin, he put Andrade into the casket or the coffin, and he closed the lid on Andrade to win the match. So therefore, Darby Allin wins the match. And that was it with that, man. And so right after the match, Sting, he had comfort Darby Allin, and then we had the Hardy Boys came out. They started taunting. They started doing that whole delete stuff, and they were cheering on Darby. And that was it, man. Great match, man. Great match. And I do believe that Darby, he is undefeated in coffin matches. If I'm not mistaken, I believe he is undefeated in coffin matches. But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it with that. That was it with the main event, and that was it with the show. Overall, man, really great show. Enjoyed the main event. Enjoyed the trios match with the Blackpool Combat Club. Tony Khan's huge announcement of New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW aligning themselves, you know, with this joint show with the Forbidden Door. But yep, man, that was it, man. It felt like a pay-per-view. But yeah, it was a really fun show. It was a really fun show overall. If you like this video, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Friday. We have AEW Rampage, and then Saturday we have Impact Wrestling Rebellion. So we have Rebellion this Saturday. So I will be here on Saturday to watch Impact Wrestling Rebellion, and I will do a review on that. I still got to catch up on Impact Wrestling. I still got one more episode to catch up onto before this coming Thursday. But yep. But yeah, I'm on last week's episode of Impact Wrestling. And once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, thank you, and thank you. And if you missed last week's review of AEW Dynamite, the video is going to be right up here in this corner, and the link to that video will be down below in the description. So make sure you click it if you missed it. And yeah, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.